fly high, no lie. You know this. Bullet.
And with all that being said, I've decided to continue my athletic and academic career at the Stanford University.
Yes, sir.
Network, it means everything to me. Back when I, didn't have all these offers, maybe like one or two, he was always promoting me, trying to get me on the radar, this guy, you need to look out for him. It really means, the world to me, Big, he's been there, like I said, since I've been small, always showing me out and, always just trying to put me on, just give me notice more than I really appreciate Big.
I mean, shoot, I was the new kid. Faison kind of was with the Ducks for a little minute. So my first year, of course, he had all the hype. He was probably by like 6'2" at 12. He was a mutant. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was a mutant. But I mean, from then you could see just the potential he had. I mean, I'm not surprised he's the number one quarterback. If you would have seen him in youth ball, you would have thought he was the number one quarterback in that class back then. So I mean, like going against him kind of like prepared you already for like what high school was. I mean, he looked like a high school quarterback around that time. So I mean, like trash talking with him. He's more quiet though. I will say that he don't talk that much trash. But I mean, like trash talking with him, going out there and hitting drills with Faison. I mean, I kind of like just builds you ready. I mean, hopefully I play against him in college. I would love it.
As y'all know, this is the Sizzling News Podcast. All right. What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the Sizzling News Podcast, man. Excited to be here today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video on YouTube, man. We'll have more of these throughout the offseason. But we got a special guest in the building, so let's not waste no more time. Bring him on the show, Mr. Coach Matt Helmerich. Coach.
What's up? What's going on, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Just still recovering. We went on a little campus tour last week, so 4 days and crossed, 4, 5, 6 states. So still recovering a little bit, but it was an awesome trip, and kids got to see some schools and camped at a couple good spots, but it was good. So,
what was your favorite part about the trip, Coach?
To be honest, man, it's probably the best thing we do. It's my favorite thing we do. So it takes some planning now. I'm not gonna lie. We take 40 kids and 8 coaches, charter bus, and this is probably the furthest we've ever been. We went all the way up to Pittsburgh. So and we try to hit D2s, D3s, FCS, D1s. This year we stopped at Western Carolina, Mars Hill, East Tennessee State. Finished in Morgantown, West Virginia that first night. Truth be told, our bus broke down in the middle of the mountains in West Virginia. So we were out there about 3 or 4 hours. So we did a little team bonding. Too hot to sit on the bus. The bus was off. So we were. It was pretty dark. So we had to have our flashlights or our phone on just to. It was funny though. We're all sitting against the guardrail on the side of the road out in the middle of nowhere. So every time the bushes rustled, the kids would go screaming and running, thinking it was a bear or something. But it was a story they're going to remember for a while. But that first night, we got to our hotel at like 3:30 in the morning, and then we got up at 7 to go camp at Morgantown up at West Virginia. So did a 7-on-7 O-line up there. And then after that, went up to Pittsburgh. Never been to Pittsburgh. Tried to work it out with Cameron Hayward, Cam Hayward, Connor Hayward. Those guys are along the Peachtree Ridge. So try to work it out with them. Just schedule didn't work it out. Know a bunch of those guys up at Pitt, but ended up taking the kids to a Pirates game. That was awesome. Wow. Shoei was, Otani was pitching. Pirates ended up coming back. There was tons of home runs. So a bunch of those kids never been to a game before. So 9-8 Pirates win, and the kids were hyped, and that was a beautiful ballpark. Just tons of home runs. So that was fun. So saw Duquesne University, and then we headed back. On the way back, we stopped at James Madison. We stopped at Virginia, which was absolutely gorgeous. Never been to Virginia. And then Friday we camped at Virginia Tech. Did a 7-on-7 there. We went 5-2, so lost by 1 in the quarterfinals to a team that from Delaware. They were good too. had a bunch of D1 kids. Didn't know they had that many D1 kids in Delaware.
Nah,
But they had some dudes. I looked them up. They had some old linemen committing, and they had some dudes. But and then hit Davidson, high academic school on the way back. So we do this every year. Last year we went, Jacksonville State, Auburn, Tuskegee, all the way down to FAMU, Florida State. So it's a lot to plan everything, but like I said, I think it's the coolest thing we do, and just to see these different campuses, and we always find a high academic school, some FCS schools, some D2s, some HBCUs. So just get these kids exposed to different places, and went to West Virginia. There were some D2 schools there. Some of our kids got some D2 offers that hadn't been seen, by many colleges yet. So picked up some D2 offers at West Virginia. So all in all, it was a great trip. So.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you explaining that, Coach. So obviously it's a new group, new team. So how have you been approaching? I know obviously team bonding is important, but how have you been approaching this offseason as you kind of gear up for 2026 with a new group?
Yeah, we've good question. We had a talented team last year, and something that we're really proud of is we had 25 seniors and 19 of them signed. And
Wow.
I don't, did we win a ring? Were we close to a ring? We were not. But I don't think there's too many people in too many states that can say they signed 19 out of 25 kids. 4 in the ACC. We had some FCS kids, and then a bunch D2, D3, and a couple JUCOs. We got 2 going all the way out to California JUCO. So, not to answer your question yet, but that, just selfless plug for us. That's something we're really proud of. These kids want to play at the next level, and I don't think there's anybody in the state that does a better job of getting, their staffs getting these kids, opportunities. So what they do next is on them. You know what I mean? But we're really proud of that. But we had a pretty good year last year. We lost to some pretty good teams. I mean, Roswell North, 2 losses. They both end up, playing in the semis. Got beat in the semifinals, and then had Newton. We were up on them in the playoffs, and they ended up winning that game, and then gave Buford all they can handle in that playoff game, and then the other one was Brookwood. So 4 tough losses to 4 pretty good teams last year. So we talked a lot about just coming together and kind of improving our team camaraderie and our chemistry, and just taking a little bit of time, taking that extra 5-10 minutes every morning before workouts, doing some character building stuff, doing some team building stuff. I thought that was important. And our strength conditioning coach, Jeremy Myers, been here a long time, and legend in Gwinnett and Parkview, and played at Georgia Tech. So I think everybody knows the Myers brothers, but he puts a lot of time and effort into doing that stuff, and we got some pretty good coaches on staff, and I think just hearing the kids, especially last week, we got back from the trip, and cheesy as it sounds, they're like, Coach, we feel like a team now. So nothing against last year's group or whatnot, but these kids are really kind of bonded and playing hard for each other, and were we the most talented team at Virginia Tech? We were not, but man, we had some kids that were balling. So I was proud of these guys.
1,000%. So, Coach, put us on some game. I know you replaced, like you said, 25 seniors. So who we need to watch out for this year for Peachtree Ridge? Quarterback, all the position groups. Like who gonna be some names that Najeh, you need to check out?
So our secondary should be really, really good. We got Braxton Palmer, who's in my opinion one of the best players in the state, class 28. He's got Georgia Tech. He's got Minnesota. He's got about 15, 16 other offers. So he could play corner. He could play safety. Some of the guys, I think Georgia Tech's recruiting him as a receiver. So he's kind of a do-everything guy. The other corner, Elijah Bell, has already picked up some FBS offers. He's a class 28 guy. He started every game last year as a sophomore. Those guys absolutely balled out in the playoffs last year. We played the kid from Newton that led the state in receiving, and he did not have one catch in that game. So about 6 or 7 targets, and was held to 0 catches. So those two are pretty good on the outside. Trey Macon is a safety that was an all-region kid for us last year. He's back. He's a senior. He's picking up some FCS offers. Britt Finley is another one that just had an absolutely awesome off-season. Killed it in track, dropped a whole second off his 100 time, kind of playing that star nickel spot for us. Started a couple games as a sophomore, got beat out last year. We had some pretty good guys, obviously. Tyson going to Duke. We had Ryan Green had a really good spring, and then the family moved to Mill Creek, so that was a little bit of a loss. Ryan's a great kid. Wish him the best. But mom got a job, so they took off on us. So best wish to him. So other corner spots kind of up for grabs. We have Donovan McComb moved in from Alabama kind of halfway through the year last year. So talented kid, can play both ways, and he's had a pretty good off season as well. So our secondary is probably the strength of our team. Linebackers are coming along. Got some young guys that are stepping up. Quarterback Zane Belfield had a pretty good summer last year, and was battling Rayshawn Parks for that spot, and then kind of tweaked his shoulder, had a slight tear in his labrum, and they were neck and neck, splitting time pretty much the whole summer. Zane ends up tweaking that shoulder, missed most of the season last year, and then Rayshawn comes in and throws for 2,500, runs for 700, and ends up being region player of the year. So, and then now he's at Albany State. So, obviously, we were air raid offense and like to throw it around. Langston Abernathy, been a 3-year starter. He's had an awesome summer. Him, Braxton. I mean, they were unbelievable this week at 7-on-7. So, Langston's getting ready to commit here soon to FBS school, and some other positions up for grabs. So running back, obviously, just noticed I'm wearing Boston College shirt from Cedric Addison moved on to Boston College. So he's up there fighting for second or third position. I heard he had a great spring, so he's come back. Anytime you lose a 5'11", 195-pound back that can run a 10.7, those are hard to replace. So August Hall was safety last year, missed most of the year with an injury. Came to us in the off season, said, "Coach, I want to play running back." Went to did some running back training and came in, did a great track season, and he had a really good spring. So he's kind of our starting running back right now. We got a couple other guys that are a little banged up, but trying to work through some of those things. But with the O-line, D-line is I know everybody says it, they need.
Not where you go. Can you hear me, Coach? Probably got a phone call. Okay, here we go. You're good. Yep, you're back.
Do you hear me? I can
Yes, sir.
You got
Can
me?
you hear me? Yes, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me? Try to leave out and come back. Try to leave and come back.
Let's see. Can you hear me or no?
Yes. You can't hear me?
All right, I can't hear you. Nope.
Try to leave, Coach, and then come back. Let me type it. I'm gonna type it. Hold on. I got you, Coach. Hold on. Probably got a phone call.
Let's see.
Try and leave and come back. Okay. Put in the chat, Coach.
I'll leave and come back. I can do that. Maybe.
There we go. All right, he about to come back. Okay, here we go. All right, then Coach, we're back.
You got me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Somebody's trying to call in and screwed up the whole thing. So, but no, I was just it's kind of a running joke around here, and even back when I was at Johns Creek, everybody says they need linemen and they're void of linemen, and then we play them and they've got giant linemen. So, and I feel like we do not. So, however, Christmas came a little early this year. We had a kid move in from the state of Washington, 6'6", 330 pounds. Picked up some offers once he got a little small area up there in Washington, kind of up there by Idaho. So I'm not sure what kind of football they play up there, but picked up a couple FBS offers since he's been here. So he's pretty good. I think he's gonna be a P4 player. Big old dude that can move and can actually play center as well. So
his name?
His name is Javon Golden. So Javon Golden. So I sent out a couple videos after our first practice. It was funny because all these dudes must talk at the college level, because Penn State, Clemson, and Georgia called me within 12 hours of me sending that video out to just a couple buddies, just trying to get his recruiting started. So he's been camping different places. So, like I said, he's got Western Kentucky, Georgia State. He's got a couple G5 offers, but I think he's going to end up P4. He's a monster. Just needs to get him. He's about he was 350 when he showed up. He's down to 330. It was funny, the first week of spring ball, it was 77 degrees. He was talking about how hot it is in Georgia. So I think he's in for a rude awakening here in June, July in Georgia. So he might be 290 by August. But and then Gerald Uzuchukwe, he started right tackle last year. Brother Dennis is at UGA. Gerald had a really good year. Named one of the top 3 linemen at Virginia Tech's camp on Friday. So then we got some other guys that are just, we're not small, just inexperienced. So just got to get those guys ready for the season. So D-line, we are small. So we're going to have to be we're working hard in the weight room. We're going to have to be quick and just discipline up front and fly around with football. So and I'm okay with that. 15 years in Florida, and I'm okay with being a little undersized and just really, really fast. So
Certainly, Coach. So I got one more before I bring on my co-host. I want to ask you just your thoughts on the region that you're playing in this year, and what do you want to see from your group as a second question before the season begins, right? Before we hit August, they're about to get back in school. From now, June 15th, all the way into August, what do you want to see from this group? And then what do you think about this new region with North Gwinnett, Peachtree, obviously you guys, Peachtree Ridge is in there, Berkmar, North Cross. What do you think about that region as well?
The region's tough. The region's really tough. Got a lot of respect for Coach Clack. One of the guys I leaned on when I moved up from Florida, and he had just gotten the Milton job. So leaned on Coach Clack for some ideas, just, on Georgia football and, practice, and practice structure and summer structure. And so I was happy for him that he got the Parkview job, but I'm not exactly excited about it because I know he's going to turn that thing around. And, I think they won a 7-on-7 the other day, and he's a darn good coach. So, I think Parkview is going to be really, really good this year. They're going to get a couple monsters that are committing to the big-time programs. They got a really good freshman class, too. So they got some really good freshmen coming in. Norcross can be Norcross, blue-collar, tough. Their line, they have more linemen than anybody in the country. They line up with 6 and 7, and the tight ends are just linemen and tight end numbers. So they're going to, smash mouth football, and they've always got a couple athletes on the outside where you can't load the box. Brookwood had a really good year last year, and that kid in the backfield, holy cow.
Enticing.
Yeah, he's special. He's really special. When he went 97 yards, I think it was 14-7. We were down 14-7 right before the half last year, and we pinned him inside their 3, and with a minute left to go in the half, and he goes 97 yards for a touchdown. and outruns my, Tyson Sanford, who runs a 10.6, who's at Duke now. That was eye-opening. And just looking at him, just walking up to him in the pregame, I'm like, holy crap! Like, he gets bigger every time I see him. He gets bigger, faster, stronger every time I see him. So I tell the kids all the time, I'm glad I'm not playing more. I'm not tackling kids like that. That he's a monster. So, and their quarterback had a really, really good year. I think he had a coming out party. He had a coming out party against us. So, he had a couple of decent games, but he was slinging that thing, and he can run too. So he's definitely a weapon. You got a good coaching staff over there. North Gwinnett. Every year they have these great senior class, and I'm like, yes, finally. They're gonna have a rebuild year, and then their next year is even better. So hats off to Coach Godfrey and those dudes. Again, they've always got them coached up and playing well. So we've got a tough region. I really think the new scheduling and the new playoff format, I think it helps us. I want to say Parkview was 5th last year in our region, and I think Parkview would be a lot of those 3rd and 4th seeds for some of these other regions. So I think it helps us. I think our region is one of the top 2 or 3 regions in the state. So as far as getting ready for the season, got a great hire, a defense coordinator, Devin Watson. He was at passing game secondary coordinator over at Wofford College. Known him for a number of years, just through recruiting. He's been coaching college level for 9 years. He's been unbelievable. Offensive coordinator, got him from Charleston Southern. So I got 2 college level coordinators on staff. That definitely helps. But just getting the guys, getting them ready for those first couple games. Last year I thought we were talented, but just lots of different distractions and commitments and the recruiting and some of the just off the field stuff. We were trying to pack everything into the summer and just kind of get back to fundamentals and line up and play. West Forsyth, they in the semifinals or quarterfinals last year again. I think it was quarterfinals, so we play them in the scrimmage, so that'll be a great test. Lambert's always well coached, so we start off with them. We do go out of state. We like going out of state every year. We're going over to Greenville, playing a Greenville High School over in South Carolina. Kind of an old, they got a big time tradition over there at Greenville. So, that's who we kick off the year with. Shiloh. Shiloh's got some talent. I think they were at 8-2, 9-1 last year. Won a playoff game. So Tino's got it rolling over there. So we got some tough games out the gate, and then off into the region gauntlet. So just back to your question, just be ready. I didn't think we were, and that goes back to it's on me, I guess. But just last 2 years. Hats off to Roswell. They came ready to play, and that was a close game early, and they broke it up a little late. But I thought we should have beat them, number one. But then they ended up making to the semifinals, so I didn't feel as bad. Obviously they had a pretty good year. So, but our kids are working, and I'm just really proud of this off season that we've had, and kids coming together and everything. So. We got Georgia 7-on-7 tomorrow. We got Georgia Tech 7-on-7 on Wednesday. OTA next week, FCA. So, actually, I just came out of my booster meeting. So they're talking about the summer. And I said, "What summer?" I feel
it's done.
my wife was busting my chops, man. She's like, "You're busier now than you were during the season." So, but yeah, like campus tour, that's over. Like I said, it was an awesome trip for our kids, and they had a blast. So that meant a lot. So headed in the right direction, I think.
For sure. Last thing, I'm gonna let Bacon ask you some questions too, Coach. Did the new power ranking system? I know you talked about the Greenville School in South Carolina. Did that change your kind of thought process on how you schedule? Because some programs they don't want to schedule out of state because it doesn't help. right? If someone is saying instinct, that have a factor in anything, Coach, with playing Lambert, Shiloh, Greenville, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I knew Shiloh was going to be good. You know, I knew they're going to have some wins, so definitely, you know, that'll be a good test. Lambert is always well coached. They're gonna definitely have some wins. We got Denmark on the schedule. You know, they're well coached. They're always, you know, competitive in that region. Back to your question, I actually I was looking for a kind of a I won't say cupcake, that sounds terrible, but I was looking for a cupcake in maybe South Carolina, Tennessee, or something like that, just to get a win. Greenville is not that. They beat Gaffney last year, which is always a powerhouse in South Carolina. So I ended up we were visiting East Tennessee State, and Greenville was walking to their bus, so kids started chirping a little bit. That was kind of fun, but they look like they have some dudes. So, but the tricky thing was, you know, they kind of adjusted some of the power rankings and kind of out-of-state games. The GHSA kind of adjusted some of that stuff after we made the schedule. So hopefully, you know, it comes down to, I'm assuming that tenths of a point matter. So, you know, 1.1 to 0.9 to, I don't know how it is. I forget what it all was, but they did kind of tweak it a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. You know, but like I said, it'll still be some good competition. I still think those preseason games, you know, those teams are going to have some pretty good, you know, rankings, pretty good wins. And then, you know, every week, I don't know how this is going to play out. It's be interesting to see how it would, you know, beat North or losing North. I don't know if it go up or down. You know what I mean? I do remember, you know, in playing some teams in the past couple of years, and then, you know, whether it's max preps rankings or whatnot, I think it was last year, because they kind of had that the power rankings, kind of how it was going to look, and we played two teams, we won, and we moved down, and then other teams that just based on their record and their strength of schedule, you know, so if you play a bunch of, you know, 1-7, 0-8, you know, one night you're not gonna have great power rankings at the end of the year. So I think, you know, being in our region is actually a blessing. So, but we'll see how, you know, kind of plays out. So like I said, I know they tweaked a little bit. So you know, beating a 1-17, like, do you move down? Do you move up? And I think, I thought one of the good things they had, I'm pretty sure they had it before, was road wins. Counted for a little bit extra, and I think they took that out. So, you know, went on the road in Georgia. It's tough. So I thought that was a good, thing to have in there, and as part of that formula. But I think they took that out. So, but we'll see.
Nah, 100%, Coach. I wanted to ask you, Coach, what is your favorite part of the summer? Since you know, always more busy than ever now.
My favorite part of the summer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I think you missed our talk about the campus tour. So I mean, we just got back 4 days, saw about 9 or 10 schools, ended up in Pittsburgh. You know, going to see some different campuses. Last year we went to over to Jacksonville State, down through Auburn, Tuskegee, FAMU, FSU. So I started playing this back in, you know, March, and we take 40 kids, 8 coaches, charter bus. I'm from Indiana originally, so we've done that one twice. We go up through Tennessee, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Louisville, all the way up to Bloomington. Would like to go back there now, especially since my Hoosiers are pretty good now. Lots of years of misery watching my Hoosiers, so it was awesome to see those guys ball out in the championship. So, but yeah, just taking some time and slowing down to answer your question. You know what I mean? Kind of had a staff meeting the other day, you know, about, hey, staying on time and speed up. And I'm like, guys, let's chill out. You know what I mean? Like, if we got to take 5 extra minutes, you know, to explain something, to work on a special team, to, if we get out of here, we're supposed to get out at 11:15. If we get out of here at 11:30 in the summer, like, it's okay. So just kind of taking that little breath of fresh air and a little step back during the summer, taking our time to where we're not, you're not on a daily schedule, and these kids don't have to get to class, and we got to hurry through stuff to get to class. We got to hurry stuff they got to get home. They got to do homework. They got projects to do. They got to, pick up their little sister from, God knows where. So just taking a little bit of time to, work on some of that extra stuff, take an extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes after practice, after a workout in the summer, go in the team room, and defense can go, watch film of whoever, guys staying on the field, getting some extra work in, receivers and quarterbacks working together an extra 10 minutes. These kids are not, a lot of these kids are not working. Some of them got jobs, but, some of them don't work until afternoons at night. So, just kind of taking some time to work on some of these little things. And I love 7-on-7s. So, I'm a defensive guy, and I just, it's become less of a chess game just because some teams only run certain things, and they come out with some crazy ass formations, and a lot of 2-man and 5 wide, and it gets a little wild up there sometimes. But I just like the speed of it and the competition of it, and a little bit of a chess match. So it's fun. It's 20 minutes, 22 minutes, and it's fast paced, and your kids have no choice but to compete. You know what I mean? Especially when you're at Georgia Tech, we're at West Virginia Tech. You got Rich Rodriguez out there watching your game. You got James Franklin pulled up on his golf cart watching your game. Like, you better go, and you got a short amount of time. You got 20 minutes to do it. So 7-on-7s are fun. And then we got the FCA. We do FCA 3-day camp in July. That's always great. Team bonding, and that's always a battle, man. There's always some good teams out there that kind of get the physical aspect of putting on some pads and bang a little bit. So, but yeah, hope that answers your question. Long-winded answer, but.
Nah. It's always great chopping up with your coach. And I wish I could have been on earlier to ask you more in-depth questions. Before I throw it back to my co-host Najeh, I gotta ask you about, you got some Canadian players, or a Canadian player that's at the Ridge right now. So I just want to ask, just how's their development been? Coming from 8-man football to 11-man powerhouse 7-8 ball. How has been that transition? How's it been like working with those kids?
The Canadian? There's no Canadian player here.
No.
No. There was a kid who was he trying to move down. He has not moved down yet. There was a Canadian player that announced on Twitter or something that he was moving down. So his family looked at a couple apartments, and haven't heard from him in a while. So I don't know if they went back or not. So but there was a Canadian kid that was that was moved down. He was stayed down here for a couple of days, and family looking around, but haven't heard from him in a while. So don't know where he went. So we got the kid from I was telling Najeh, we got the kid, we got a lineman from Washington State, 6'6", Javon Golden, 6'6", 330, and he's a dude. So now if some 6'6", 330-pound kids from Canada want to move down, then that would be awesome too. Shore up the O line, D line, but yeah. So no Canadians, not yet.
Officially on the record.
Not yet. So it'd be nice.
Nah, 100%, Coach. Like I said, Coach, I wish I could have been on longer to ask you more questions, brother, because it's always a pleasure to chop it up with you, Coach. So.
Oh, you good, man. You good. So,
Coach, one more. I'm gonna let you go. Cause I told you I wouldn't take no more than 30 minutes, so I got to be a man of my word. So, last thing, Coach, what does a successful season this year look like for you and his Peachtree Ridge program? What does that look like? You would say.
Oh, good question. Good question. I think a region title is, and I talk about this all the time. Just taking those region titles for granted, coming up here in 17, and then we went undefeated at Johns Creek in 18-19 in the region, and just kind of taking those for granted. And whether it's listening to you guys or reading the daily or whatever, winning a region title is a big deal, and it's really hard. It's really hard in the state of Georgia. So I just think winning that region title, kind of sets you up for obviously some home playoff games, which is huge in November, December. So a region title would be successful. We kind of talked about getting these seniors signed and off to the next level. So got some pretty good seniors that being recruited. That's always how we measure some of our success around here. Only one team's winning the ring, so next best thing is getting these kids off to college. So like I said, 19 out of 25 last year going to college. I mean, that's something that we're definitely hanging our hat on. But to answer your question, region title, and then see how the chips fall out where they may. So it's going to be really interesting, in these playoffs, just with the rankings and everything, and I could foresee a rematch of, you could play somebody week 10, and you could be a third seed and they're a 30th, and you're playing first round of playoffs. You know what I mean? So you could have a rematch of an earlier. That's the only I think negative about what the rankings kind of might show. I think it happened a year or two ago in 3A. Might have been Jefferson or somebody. That was like they played each other twice in a row.
Coney County
and somebody. So, so hopefully we avoid that, and then hopefully avoid the long trips down South Georgia too. So, but like I said, winning that region and get some home playoff games will be huge for us. So, like I said, this team's coming together. They like each other. We got some talent, so just got to get it done.
That's it. Well, Coach Helmer, we appreciate you always coming on, man. Always a pleasure talking to you. And we're going to reach back out during the season, so don't be a stranger. We want to get you on for one of the big games this year, so
Thanks.
we got to get you back on.
Fair enough. We got some big ones in October, so hopefully we're still undefeated when we talk again.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Hopefully. Yes, sir. All right, Coach.
All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. All right. There it is. Take him up. There it is. Coach Helmerich, man, in the building. Appreciate him coming on. Very busy, man. Still at school. 8-10 still there. So we appreciate him taking that time to, come on the show and tell us all about the Peachtree Ridge Lions. We're trying to get them on. It's October. So October, we're going to reach out to Coach, man. Might be that North Cross game October 9th, Bacon. It's a pretty big one for them. And then 2 weeks after that, they play North Gwinnett. So either one of those, we're trying to get Coach Helmerich on. So it'll be some good ones. North Gwinnett will be good again. So, yeah.
Nah, like you said, one of those senior classes that they always come up with. Nah. Peachtree Ridge is always a prestigious school. Campus is nice, you know what I mean? The history of what comes with that program is, it's almost second to none. You know what I mean? Great, rich history. Coach Helmerich is an amazing coach. And, it's a treat to see him, a little relaxed, in his office, nice office.
Not all up in you.
Yeah. 100%.
But it is time, y'all, for our next guest to come on the show, man. Delbert Freeman, AKA AZ. So we're going to call him AZ on the show, man. It's time to bring him on, man.
So how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. Big, I'm going to let you lead the way. But for those that are wondering that are watching the show, man, it's going to be one of the top 2028 players. So we putting y'all on game early. All right. Remember the name AZ, Delbert Freeman. It's going to be one of the top guys. I ain't just talking about safeties, players in the country. Putting y'all on game early. Go ahead,
Yes, sir.
100%, man. Like you said, man, one of the best players in 2028, getting some recognition, getting early offers, man. I think you got your first offer your freshman year, right?
I got it earlier this year, so I'm sophomore, yeah.
Okay, so, seeing your brother go to Hawaii, now transfer to a different school. I can't remember the name of it. But just what does it mean to you to see this success early?
You know what I'm saying? It's really, I'm blessed to be in this position, but, I expected with all the hard work I put in, be able to look up to my brother, him putting me on, and then I just execute that plan. So I just knew I could do it. I just got to, you know what I'm saying, be patient and wait for my time to come.
100%. Talk about the process it took for you to get here. You know what I mean? Playing Noonan Outlaws, JV at EC. He played. No, he didn't play no JV at EC. He came straight varsity, I believe.
Yeah,
Just
not great at varsity. Yeah.
ninth grade varsity. Told him, just talk about your process. What did it take for you to get to this point?
You know what I'm saying? Work when no one looking, you know, you got to put that work in. You got to see what you got to work on, execute that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart too. It starts, you know what I'm saying, on the field, on the classroom, all that stuff. Be eligible to play, stuff like that. And being able to like have the mindset, don't let other things take you down. Like you just got to just keep working and it's going to come. And I just knew my time was going to come. Is had, you know what I'm saying, the more work you put in, the output you're going to get out. So that's just what my mindset was. My mindset really got me here, and I just kept pushing.
100%. Talking about your mindset, I'm assuming that's what separates you from any other player in the country. What particularly about your mindset has prepared you to this point?
That I know all the work I put in. I just know like no one working as hard as me. So I know no one can really stop me when I'm in that mode. So whenever I'm doing me, I don't think anyone can really stop me.
100%. Have you always played DB, or what positions on the field have you played?
When I played for New Outlaws, I was like running back and a linebacker. And then middle school, I played wide receiver and a little bit of defense. And then now, ninth grade for EC, I play wide receiver and safety. And then now I'm like straight safety. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, so you're playing straight safety this year. No more. You played a little nickel last year, right?
Yeah,
Or
I was
maybe.
more in the I was more in the I was like more in the box last year, but now I'm gonna play more high, play more coverage this season.
100%. Talk about that transition from playing, because you play running back, you play linebacker, playing in the box and nickel. Just talk about that transition from playing more with space and having to read and react a little more from distance.
Yeah, it is a change. You know, you got to have better footwork when you're playing the coverage. But, you know, playing all those different positions, it all like plans out for you. You know what I'm saying? Playing linebacker, you got to move your feet, you got to read. Playing running back, you got to bounce your feet, looking like different holes. And, you know what I'm saying? Playing receiver, too, you. You playing against a DB, you already know what they're gonna do, and me being a DB, I know what they're gonna do. So it really all plans out for me.
100%, man. You talked about, you know what I'm saying, it meaning a lot to you to have the success. And but what was your why? What was your why to stay focused, stay consistent, even when those times were tough?
My why for playing is really just try to help my family out. You know what I'm saying? Get us in a better position. I'm still blessed to be in the position I am right now, but I always, you know what I'm saying, have the dream of retiring. Like my parents, my grandparents, they do a lot for me, and I want to repay that to them.
100%. I also want to ask you about, you know what I mean, you play with one eye, brother. Many people who may not
Yeah.
know play with one eye. Just share any backstory to, you know what I'm saying, to the one eye thing, and how did you have to adjust to only seeing that one eye?
You know what I'm saying? Playing with one eye, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people doubt you, and like me playing with it don't really affect me because it just don't. I just play. Like I don't really let it affect me. People might think it affect me, but nah. But it, you know what I'm saying? Playing with one eye, it's not too bad. People might think it is, but you just gotta just play. It ain't nothing bad. I'm like playing with two eyes. I ain't really do it. I ain't really get the chance to, but playing with one, I ain't really see nothing like bad happen to me. I just been playing, so it really had no effect on me.
Are your
100%.
senses
Like,
heightened a little bit, Az?
wait, what'd you say?
Are your senses like heightened a little bit? Like
Yeah,
you hear a little
yeah,
bit more, and then like
yeah, definitely more. Yeah, yeah, that is one thing. Yeah, with me not having, I gotta have better senses, like just being more focused, more details, like paying more attention, because you never know. Like, yeah, so being more aware about stuff like that.
So do you find yourself I guess over preparing, like watching a lot of film, or what's going on?
Yeah, definitely over preparing, just expecting things, the unexpected, just watching that so I can be prepared.
100%. How many hours, like how deep do you go on your film preparation?
Once we get film, I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? When I get on my working class, I'm watching it. Home watching it. At the practice watching it. Yeah, and then we have film study at school too. Our coaches, we watch film, so I'm watching film all the time. So
All right, we're gonna get to your team and how good y'all can be in that secondary specifically, but I want to take you back to, I guess, a younger age, when you knew football was gonna be your sport and when you found success.
I found success around when I was like 7. That's when I really started picking up with, like, yeah, I could really go deep in this. You know what I'm saying? Started with the Outlaws, like
Yeah.
we were playing, we were playing good teams, and we were like beating them or we were competing with them, and I knew me being a factor in that competing spot, I was like, yeah, I could really go far in this. So I just kept working.
100%. I know Coach Todd talked about on the show is about, you know, I mean, y'all go in some different environments. You know, what I mean, y'all go into some crazy
Yeah,
environments, a lot of energy.
yeah.
So how has that prepared you? Like when you playing North Cobb, when you playing, like you said, Walton at home, when you playing Newton, just how did that prepare
Yeah.
y'all for those crazy environments?
Yeah, we did play the crazy environments, and that did prepare me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like when you get to that young age and you're playing in them hostile environments, it like playing at high school now, it's not really nothing because like when you're younger, it might think it's like crazy to you, but now when you're older, you really see things. It's like this ain't nothing. So playing them hostile environments and top competition, that's really helped me.
I understand. 2 more questions. I'm gonna throw it to Najeh. Do you remember what was the craziest environment you played in youth ball, and where was it at?
Craziest environment, it will probably it was like I think it was probably in Fairburn for like playoffs. It was like well, I think it was like 9U playing. I think it was ABA. It was cold. It was a good team, and it was like it was in playoffs too. So everything was crazy, and you just had a tough end. That was a tough game. That's like probably craziest right there.
I bet that. All right, so we got a comment right here. I think this is Coach Ty right here. My day one AZS.
Sir, yes, sir. That's my guy.
Appreciate you tuning in, Coach. So like I said, one more question. I throw it to Naj. This secondary is very talented. You know what I'm saying? You yourself chance. How good is this secondary and how good we all be?
Our secondary is pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? We once we get everybody back on board, we have a chance of being the best secondary. And like Georgia, we just got to keep working, keep communicating, keep building that bond. We all be on the same page, and we'll be hard to beat this year. Everybody coming back. We have basically all our guys coming back from defense, a little bit from offense, but our defense gonna be that this year.
100%. Go ahead, Naj.
And then, so you talk about some of your story a little bit, AZ. So coming up on that junior season, right? I don't want to talk about your goals just yet, but what are some things you're working on and kind of make sure it's a big time junior season for you? And that,
Mhm.
like you said, if you know the secondary gonna be good, this defense gonna be special.
Yeah,
That EC, you could be a part of that group that take EC to that next level.
yes, sir. So what I'm working on right now, I'm working on footwork and staying focused on my job, not doing anybody else's. Make sure I do my thing first before I try to do everybody else's. And making sure I'm working on footwork, you know what I'm saying, paying attention, like being more aware, you know what I'm saying, having a high IQ, getting faster, make them big plays when they're needed.
Certainly. When you talk about the back end, communication is very important. So how do you guys, you talk about building the bond more, but how do you guys communicate? Is there one central person or is it an active communication with all four of you or all five of you guys?
All it's active. All of us for back end, from the safety, free safety to the corner, we all talking. Make sure everybody on the same page. Make sure you know what we doing and the right moment when to do it. And when something go wrong, we know if we wrong, we all wrong together. That's how it is.
Period. What do you feel like makes you special? What makes you stand out compared to maybe other people that play your position?
Stands out. Know what I'm saying? I could do everything. I could cover. I could hit. I could talk. Like I do everything. Whenever you need me to do, I could do it.
Give me your favorite game from last year you played in. A lot of big games, man.
Yeah.
Newton, Walton, like give me your favorite game from last year.
My favorite game. My favorite game was uh probably Noonan. You know, being first time playing in a rival game, and probably my best game was probably Denmark, first round of playoffs. Man, that's probably my greatest game I had. But yeah,
Okay, so let's uncover that later. Why was that one of your best games you've ever played?
Denmark, it was first round of playoffs. And, I had big hits, and it was just, I had like 2 4th down stops later in the fourth quarter to secure the ball game. Big hit that made everybody get hyped. We all in it, like we was all on that. Yeah.
Period. Now, for those that don't know, okay, we're gonna do a little history lesson here. Walk us through this rivalry, man. What makes this rivalry special? Y'all was up 7 on them till they finally
Yeah.
got Bacon's Noonan. So,
Yeah.
what makes this rivalry special between Noonan and East Coweta? Why is it one of the best ones in the state?
Man, everybody looking forward to it when the football season come around. They saying East Carolina and Noonan because what I'm saying, we only like 20 minutes away. So everybody from Noonan from EC, everybody from EC from people from Noonan, and that's like if you from Noonan, Georgia, you know everything, you know everybody. So knowing that people from both sides, it's gonna be a big game. You're gonna see who really gonna compete and see who gonna come out with the win. But we come out of last year, but we're gonna do something this year.
And then is that game always packed out?
You know it. Packed out no matter where it's at, it's packed.
Every time. Okay. So we talk about your things. So how did actually let me ask this. How did today go? Today was the official day that coaches could contact y'all.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
with your phone ringing off the hook, would you get some 12 midnight calls?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it. I had the coaches texting me, what I'm saying? Sending me messages how they ready to communicate, ready to talk to me. And I'm ready too, ready to build that bond.
How good did that feel for you? Just talking about your story, AZ, and going from Noonan Outlaws, playing little league ball, to be to this point where you can start getting hit up, and now you can actively start to get recruited. How good did that feel for you?
It feels great. It just mean everything paying off and everything coming together.
Period. What are your goals for this upcoming year, man? What you
My
want to accomplish?
goals, nah. My goals this year, what I'm saying, 5 picks, uh, go far in the playoffs, and just win most of the games that we can, make history for this team because I know we can.
Last one, I'm gonna throw it back to Bacon. Give us some underrated dogs. We need to watch
Underrated
out for
dogs.
EC. Yeah, underrated dogs that we need to watch out for EC.
All right, so I'm gonna start with the line. All right, we got Ladidrius Cox. I know about him. What I'm saying, he a dog. We got Chase Beatles.
Yeah.
We got Amari Harris. He a corner, and we got Christian Herring. He's a corner. We got Jerry Turner, he a linebacker. He doing a lot right now. What I'm saying? He switched positions, but he could ball. But yeah, we got a lot of people, and then we got Zay. We got Ricky. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of underrated people that people ain't gonna watch out for, but they're gonna make something happen this year.
Period.
100%. Brother, you're a junior this year, man. So, what I mean? No longer one of the young guys has that set in for you that, I'm getting close to the walking across the stage.
Oh yeah, I already knew that coming into this year, I'm going to be a leader. I already know it's coming to an end, but I got to make the best of it. Got to keep doing what I'm doing and keep encouraging the guys that probably look up to me. And I just got to lead the way, make sure everybody's straight.
How was the adjustment period, what I'm saying, for you being more of a vocal leader this year compared to last year?
Last year I wasn't like how I was this year. It's a big change from last year to this year. But last year, you looking at the other guys, like we have all upperclassmen, they talking to us. But now it's my time to start talking, me being that person to talk. And it's a big jump, but I can handle it.
What's your leadership style like?
Like it starts from like the weight room. When I'm talking, we get a height, make sure everybody on board, we ready for this workout. After that, we breaking it down, going out there to practice, still talking. Just me being vocal everywhere I go. Just that's where it started. You gotta do it everywhere, not just on the field.
100%. So, what I mean, leader this year, names buzzing on Twitter, any college football recruiting pro platform that's out. Do you still play with a chip on your shoulder? Do you still feel like it's a lot more for you to prove?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do play a chip on my shoulder. I already know people gonna hate, so I already know I chip on my shoulder, but I just know that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, it ain't no pressure. There might be a chip on my shoulder, but ain't no pressure because I already know whatever happens, I'm gonna do what I do.
Absolutely, brother. So let me ask you this, brother. You were number. Let me see. Hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. You were number 12. Okay, number 12 last year. I know
Sure.
I had it. What are you sticking with that number or are you changing it?
I'm sticking with 12 this year. Sticking with
Okay.
12 this year.
Okay. Why?
Sure.
Just to stay so people know where you at.
I mean, I had it my freshman year. I had my sophomore year. It ain't a bad number. And plus, you know what I'm saying? The 1-2 been around like I wore number 3.
Yeah.
I wore 10, like all them numbers, and like 12, you know what I'm saying? That's the date of my birthday too. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So 12 ain't a bad number, so I'm gonna just stick with it. But senior year, I might change it up. Change it up my senior year. Yes.
So you I'm assuming you waiting on one of the low numbers. If you do decide to change it, you gonna wear a big brother number. You gonna wear number 1.
Like I had to, gotta go one for the senior year.
Nah, 100%. But let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, guy that you're close with on the team. Chance just committed to Auburn. One of the
Sure.
top safeties in class 2027. Let's talk about
Yeah.
you and his relationship and what have you learned, from one of the top players in the country.
Like me and him, ever since I came in, started playing varsity, me and him been building bonds. Like me and him, we talk. We always be on the same page. Like he teach me stuff. Like we just be talking, and like me and him going on visits over the spring. We've been building our bond over then. We talking about how stuff been going for us and how big this season could be for both of us. Us being this time might be our last year playing together since he going to college, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick mine, but it's gonna be a big season for us and how much we impact the team. And I'm glad to have someone like Chance on my team, someone that I could look up to. Like he pushing me, I'm pushing him. We can both get better together, and that's what I'm really grateful for.
100%. Last 2 questions I'm gonna throw back to Najeh. Has it been everything to this point? You know what I mean? Has your high school career been everything you thought it was going to be? Like how fast it's unfolded to success, everything.
Honestly, it's not what I thought it would be, but it's better. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna be a late bloomer, but
Really.
it just happened quick, and I'm glad it happened like this. But I can still more time on the clock, so I can still make some more changes, make it even better than what it is right now.
100%, 100%. So I know it's a lot of people that's in Noonan. Like we got a comment here. One of the toughest kids I've coached prior to you, AZ, Coach Rock.
Oh yes, sir, Coach Rob. Yeah, that's my guy too, man. And all the Outlaws coaches, man, they did a lot for me, and I'm grateful for that. Wouldn't be here without them. All the coaches that helped me, I wouldn't be here without them.
Well said, brother. You know what I mean? Humble young man. Like I said, I've been around AZ for a while. I've always been humble, hard nosed. You know what I mean? Not afraid to stick his nose at anything. But it's like I said, there's a lot of people in Noonan that's watching this. But for the people that's going to watch this, that are going to learn about you or already know about you, what is the community like? What is Noonan? Well, no, say Noonan. What is East Coweta football like? What is the culture on campus, man?
All right, coaches, they're gonna be real with you, and they're gonna bond with you. They're gonna like you need someone to talk to, they'll talk to you. It's not just football, like they'll help you. Like it's just treat you like a family here. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that too. They whenever you need something, just text them, call them. They got you. They're gonna be there for you.
And the culture at EC, what's the culture like?
Culture, like man, it's good on the most part. You know, like they show up to the games. They're cheering the you know what I'm saying, the counselors. They support it. They're involved, and I'm glad they're involved because if they were involved, we wouldn't be able to do the things we could do.
100%.
Last couple for me, AZ. So talk about everything that you want to do. What would you tell younger kids that are probably going to start looking up to you and what you can bring to the table? What advice? How would you mentor them? What would you say to them in order to achieve some of the success that you have early in your career?
Yeah, whatever you do, whatever you do, whatever you win, you lose, just make sure you keep working. Remember to stay humble. Whatever you get success, make sure you don't get complacent. you just keep working, keep being humble, because you never know, it could be gone in a second. And you got to make sure you have a good impact on what you do, and not a bad one, not a negative. Make sure you stay positive through everything, because all could be worse.
For sure. You already talked about what your inspiration is, so we know that. But I want to talk about Big Bro. Tell me a little bit about how he's been able to mentor you and help you out. Some of the things and little nuggets that he's giving you to help you in your career.
Yeah, my brother, man, man, that's my guy. Like, that's my best friend. Like I don't think I know this, but me and him have the same birthday. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So like us, we always been together. We work out together. We talk. We play the game. Like just little stuff. We bonding. Like we always been together. We always talk about through the things, the good or bad. Like he was there for me. I was there for him, and we both inspire each other. I inspire him. Like he didn't have what I have. Like what right now. Like he didn't have what I have, and I'm glad. And I don't have what he had right now, but that's like the goal. Just keep doing what I'm doing. Keep doing what he doing. We gonna be up there at the top together, and I'm ready for that.
Period. Tell me where that mentality, that mindset comes from. You're very mature beyond your years, and you have the mindset of regardless of whatever success I get, hey, I could be the top safety, I could be the top player in the country, but I'm gonna still get my butt in there and work and get my head down. Where does that come from?
It just comes from wanting to be the best at everything I do. Everything I did, I always want to be the best at it. Like playing basketball, like I thought I was gonna do that just for conditioning, but I was like, nah, I want to be the best at it. So I just kept working on it. And with football too, it don't matter where I'm at right now. I want to be the best at it. So
Period. How has being a multi-sport athlete helped you in just everything, all walks of life, balance in both the field? How has being a multi-sport athlete helped you?
just me playing multiple sports, man. That just like everything come together. Basketball is footwork, is is hard condition, it's nonstop. With especially with conditional basketball, it's nonstop. And in football, you get plays, you get breaks, so you're not really that tired because basketball you constantly running and you jump in. Basketball, you get rebounds and stuff. Football, you high punting the ball. It's different. Like all that comes together.
Now I know you're a film junkie. That's my last question. So I gotta ask. I know you watching somebody. So who you like to watch? Az, like who you watch on the collegiate level? If you ain't watching college, NFL, who you watching and studying to kind of add bits and pieces of their game to your game?
Well, I'm watching. His name Taylor Mays. He was an old
Okay,
player from USC. But yeah, I know what I'm saying, just seeing how he played, seeing how I can add to my game, and that's what I'm doing.
period.
I'm saying last two things, brother. What is AZ doing in his spare time, chilling? What are you doing off the field, off the court? How you unwind?
Hey,
Oh, you don't say I don't say I'm eating, I'm sleeping, playing the game.
Yeah.
I'll listen to music, you know what I'm saying? Chill, listen to music, lay back, chill. You know what I'm saying? Recover, you know what I'm saying? Probably just, you know what I'm saying, go outside, ride a bike, you know what I'm saying, go on a little bike ride, just, you know what I'm saying, just chill, you know what I'm saying, get my mind off things, not everything gotta be
Yeah.
about sports, you know what I'm saying, have a life out of that too. Saying gotta be yourself. But yeah.
I'm saying any hidden talents.
I could do card tricks.
Card tricks.
Yeah.
You
I
got
do
some
card
for us? You got some for us.
let me see, let me see. Oh
Talent
shoot. Okay,
show.
look, I got some cards on the side of me. We're saying, hey, I can shuffle these up. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, I'm gonna pick. Hey, you wanna see a trick?
Let's
yeah,
do it, brother.
All right, bet. I'm gonna shuffle these cards. I'm gonna pick 8 cards, and then I'm gonna show you a card, and you gotta remember it.
okay.
So, all right, you see, shuffle it,
Yep.
and I want you to remember a card.
All right.
Got it. Okay.
Wait, I gotta agree on one. Wait. Uh,
I'm gonna hit him in the D. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna
all right,
text.
bet. Yeah.
I got you. I'm gonna teach you right now, Nas. Hey, but if you do this, this is gonna be crazy, dog. I just hit him.
All right, you got it.
Got it.
All right, bet. I'm gonna shuffle these up, and I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask 3 questions. I'm gonna see if I can get it. All right, is your card in this deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Oof. So that's one question.
Yeah.
That's probably just luck. I'll ask two more. Is a card in this deck?
No.
All right, bet. I'm saying third time's the charm, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. I'm trying to guess your card.
All right.
Like, there's no way I can know your card because you can tell me I can never know your card. I can't read minds, but is your card in this deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to guess your card. I'm gonna shuffle it up. All right, is this your card?
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that was tough, dog. That was tough.
That's crazy as hell. That is
You know,
crazy.
and a scholar and a magician.
Oh, we got to double back now. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's in the chat. That was tough, brother. That was tough. Ladies, hey, brother, you got any? You want to shout anybody out right now, man? The floor is yours, brother.
Oh yeah, I want to shout out my brother. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out. I want to shout out my grandparents. Shout out my mom. Shout out my siblings.
Yeah.
Shout out to my coaches. So every coach out there that helped me. Shout out to y'all. Wouldn't be here without y'all. Shout out to my family and friends. Wouldn't be here without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have friends on the way. Gotta have family on the way. But yeah, that's one shout out.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Delbert AZ Freeman, man. Like I said,
Sure.
gentleman and the scholar and a magician coming to a school near you, bro.
Sir.
We'll see you soon, my boy.
You, bro.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I appreciate you, bro.
That's love.
Ain't no way, bro.
That's crazy, bro. You gotta show them the text too, so they don't think that you BSing.
Oh yeah. Definitely 9 of clubs, man. That's crazy. I should have did. Good call, bro. 9 of clubs. You can see the 8:37 time stamp. So we had 9 cab. You know, 9 pre-rehearsed, 9 pre-recorded. So
yeah, that was not pre-rehearsed, pre-recorded. That just kind of happened. That was very feng shui. Very feng shui.
Very feng shui. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, see what we'll have on Javarris Warner, running back 2027 of Troup County High School, man. If you go to the shop, if you go to Divine Cuts, you can find him in there. You know what I mean? After practice, you can find him in there after practice doing his thing. All right, you better come on now, man. I'll be right back now. Hold on one second. All right. All right, bet. So, man, you hit the gym today, brother?
Of course.
Because I see, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your chest, what you had? What's your master? You had 400? You had 360 the last time. You hitting it a couple times. You might be at a 400.
Oh, we're talking about decline press. Yeah, I'm getting there. Decline press, yes. On bench press, I'm about 235, 240. But decline press, yeah, about 375. I'm getting there now.
Nah, that's tough. That's tough. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, the weight is no longer here. The time is here for, 3-star Javarris Warner, and now do commit.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with your family? You good?
Yes, sir. I'm chilling. What's up with it?
Man, we chilling, man. Happy to have you on, brother. This gives an insight, man. How's everything going for you this offseason, brother?
Everything going good. We in the weight room every morning going a few 707s. We just trying to get back to, building that team chemistry, everybody getting bigger and stronger. So it's going pretty good.
100%. I had a great season last year, ended prematurely to what y'all thought it would. High expectations for y'all this year, but specifically talking about 7-on-7 before we get too deep into Troup County football. You're a running back, brother. I know you do it all, but 7-on-7, a lot of times the backs don't get featured as much. So how are you getting featured a lot in the 7-on-7 or just what's going on?
They using me a little bit on offense for like check down routes and stuff, and then here and there I'll probably go on defense, just for the fun of it, and just play a little bit of man coverage, just to, show my skill set a little bit more, tell them I can make plays wherever I'm at. So play a little bit of DB, but usually just man coverage, just go out there and go get the ball, like in needs of us, a situation. Cause I'm a real ball. I got great ball skills. So to just throw me in there, like third and long, we need to get the game, or we just go in there, make a play, get on the best receiver, and go get the ball. So
On the
they didn't
best
use
receiver.
me. Actually, use me a lot.
I like that, brother. I like that. Remind me, what position did you play for the New Outlaws?
I played quarterback actually going up in Little League, all the way up to I think to like 12U. Then that's when I started playing running back, going into high school. Going into middle school. Going into middle school. I'm tripping.
Going to middle school. That's when you switched from. You didn't play no quarterback in middle school. What you just said?
Nah, I didn't play no quarterback in middle school. I went straight to running back.
How did playing quarterback prepare you for running back?
I played quarterback in Little League, so it really was just off natural skill. So I knew how to play it because that's always what I really refer to myself as. Because in Little League, I didn't do no much passing really. I was really always a read option, just running out the backfield, out in space. So it really just transitioned over when I got to middle school. A coach just implied it more on me. Got the hang of it, yes sir.
I asked AZ the same thing, man. Did you envision your high school career unfolding like this? You know what I mean? Being one of the top backs in the country, committing to Duke, the whole thing. Did you envision it like this?
I knew if I put the work in, I could have it. But, freshman year, I wasn't really playing too much, so I really wasn't grinding for real. But once I got that action in sophomore season, I actually saw, like, the results coming back from working hard. I knew like, if I work hard and I actually just go out there and have that mentality that nobody can mess with me on the field, it'll definitely be how it is today. It worked out.
100%. So just talk about that mindset shift. You know what I mean? Going from, I guess, it sounds like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the game to being locked in. Just talk about like that mindset shift that you had to make.
I wasn't really playing nothing great here. It was like 3 guys in front of me, so I really wasn't taking it serious. Probably was, more so just kicking it, doing it for fun, staying in shape. Still out playing the game, chilling with the guys, not really, taking it serious. But once I got that first bit of action on varsity and made them plays, I was like, yeah, this for me. This is my sport. I'm gonna do my thing, Because I always I love football. I've been playing it since I was 4 years old. So, but then that's just that serious mark. So I had to, switch that mindset and put all, stay 2 feet in.
100%. When you think back on it, what was that moment? What was that? Sorry, can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Right now.
I don't know what just happened.
Hold on, I'm going to come back in.
Hold on. Oh, fine, love.
Should tell him to stay. Let's see, we got a comment. Go talk Britt. Yeah, I think this day we're gonna get you on. I think we got you lined up to Britt. You know what I mean? So let's see what the private chat's saying. 1 second, bro. Getting a recruiting call. Okay. Let me hit Javarris in the comments. All right, bet.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
I bet. Britt just tapped in. He said, "Let's go, boy," with the fire emojis.
Yo, Britt.
But yeah, when you reflect back on your sophomore season, what was that moment that you know what I'm saying? Can you remember vividly that play?
Yeah, I was getting lots of action sophomore season. I probably had like 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. But it really was the last game of the season against Sandy Creek. The starting running back, well, it was really like a two running back backfield, but he was a starter. I was behind him. But he had got a concussion the week prior to the game, so I was the only back who could really play. And I played the whole game. I ended up having like 5 touchdowns, like 400 all-purpose yards. And
Nice.
the next day, like that night, I got home. My college invited me up to a visit, and the next day I was on the college campus. So I was like, yeah, it's real now. Like, you feel me? It's like
Yeah.
ain't no, you know. And then it was right before the off season, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm finna grind it bad. And then there was just that mindset change, that really let me know that it's real. Like, this thing finna get rolling, and it actually got to rolling.
100%. Can you take me through that emotion? You know what I mean? Like, great game. You know what I mean? On the college campus. Just where's your head at? Because you're like, man, I was just one for that last year. I
Yeah.
came in with the and now my whole world has changed.
To be honest, I was really tired. Like, on the campus, man, I was sore. I was tired. I was at Mississippi State. It's super loud. The Cowboy was just hot. So I mean,
Yeah.
it really came off fast. But once you just sit down and realize that you living that life, and you 2 feet in now, it really just a good feeling. Like, it's not too much. It's not really stressful until like it's time to make that decision. But like the recruiting process itself is just fun. Like, it's really amazing. You get to
He'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back. But just a little backstory, man. It's been. Oh, here we go.
Brown, people tripping, keep calling me and texting me, man.
Oh, good. Hey, man, it might be no college. You ain't got to say it. I know what his contact, but they're trying to flip Jay Warner to somebody else. But what was you
Nah,
about
I
to
had
say?
to put my phone on D&D, bro. People keep calling me.
All good, all good.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Dang, what was you about to say?
I was just telling you about the recruiting process. You asked me how did the switch over feel, and I was just like, it felt great. Like, it was fun. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it a lot. Felt good seeing my mom happy. My mom was super happy. Shout out to mom. She was real happy. It just felt good seeing her on her face. Finally living that recruiting lifestyle. First visit. Plenty more to come. So it was great.
100%. So I want to take you back to that Mississippi State workout again. Saying you said your body was tired, but you still, what I mean, you on cloud 9 minus your body about, want to perform. So how are you able to still get up and perform knowing that your body is fatigued, but you still trying to make this dream a reality? Talk about that time.
It's really just if you want it or not. Like, if you really want it, you gonna fight through whatever it takes. So I was just I had to have it had to get done. So I just went along with it. Just showed up.
100%. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
because it's really all about showing up. Like, if you show up with that mindset that you can do it, you can do it. Like, no matter who you going against, what you finna do, if you show up, you can show out. Like, you feel me?
Absolutely. If you show up, you show out.
Sir.
You know what I mean. It takes a certain mentality. You know what I mean. In terms of certain grit and determination to fight through adversity. So can you reflect on or just what life experiences, if you want to share it, and molded Jay into what he is today?
The person I am today, I'm big. Like, I'm a mama's boy. Like, cause my pops, he been in and out of prison a little bit. Pretty much my whole life. So it been some years where you feel me? I didn't have a father figure. Grew up single mom. Like, that really shaped who I am today. That's why I work so hard. Because once again, my mama is my why. I say that all the time. I do what I do for my mom. So, that's really my mindset. Like, I want my mom not work one day. So that's really how every day I lace up the cleats. Every time I get on the football field, I'm doing it for Dukes. So it really just, there's really some personal stuff I really have. It's just my pops, being I love pops still talk to him and all. But it's just growing up with a single mom, you know that feeling like I'm a mama's boy. Like, it's really what I do for her. I do it for her.
100%. To come on, let me go to the comments,
Facts.
bro. I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. We got Mr. Tickle in the chat. My guy Jay La Familia, and we got
What's up,
Coach.
Coach T?
We got Coach Ty prepared for this. So you know what I mean.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about what so we're switching off the field. You know what I mean? Do you have any Like any skill, like you said, do you cook? What's your hidden talents, man? What's some skills you picked up from my big?
What happened? You still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can. We go. I would say, I don't know, a hidden talent for real. I mean, I feel like I'm good at everything. Like if you give me at least 10 minutes to do anything, I feel like I'm good at anything. Like no matter what it is, I just feel like I don't
J Man never used to be. J Man used to be a dog on the hard. Are you still there, brother?
Yes, sir.
I bet. I guess it's a screen one out. But so you say you don't have hidden talents. My bad, Nash. I know you was doing that. But like you said, do a lot for your mom. Is there any like what do you are you write anything on your cleats? Do you do any tribute things on your cleats, just tape? What do you do anything like that?
I usually write a cross on my wrist tape. That's really probably the only thing, probably religious. But I pray before every game. I bump me some good music. That's really just my ritual music.
100%,
Just
100%.
pray. You always got to pray like before you step on the field.
1,000%. You gotta pray for protection and success. Before I throw it to Naj, man, the time has passed, but since we're on the show, we got the people tuned in. What made Duke the right place for you?
Um, I mean, I had a lot of opportunities. I just feel like Duke was my, best opportunity. I feel like on and off the field, they got a great offense. They like to get their running backs to the second level without being touched by, without having a finger laid on them. So I feel like with my skill set, me making it to the second level without getting touched by that first level of the defensive line, I feel like that's perfect fit for me. Off the field, I'm gonna have a great degree. I'm gonna have great connections after football because the NFL stands for not for long.
Right.
So I'm not gonna be in the league forever. Like my whole life, no matter what we say, I can be one of the best athletes. I'm not gonna be in the league forever. So gotta have that. Gotta have that. What you gonna do after football? So I feel like that's the best school for me to get that there. And they just won the ACC, so I feel like overall it's just the best opportunity. So good football, good education, it just fill every bucket.
For you, Javarris, you talked about it filling every bucket. What do you feel like you maybe want to major in, or different topics that kind of have piqued your interest a little bit?
That's really what I've been doing my research on lately. Some things that came to my mind was like engineering, something with business. I've been thinking about it a lot. My mom, she want me to go do mechanical engineering, so I just really just gotta find out how I'm gonna enjoy that at college. So I really just been doing my research on that piece, but that's something I'm still figuring out.
And then for you, Javarris, you talked about obviously college and the next step. What do you ultimately want to accomplish? I don't know if you answered this, but what do you ultimately want to accomplish this upcoming year?
This upcoming year, I just want to be on top of everything. Like I just want to have a smooth freshman year. I want to be on top of everything, my grades, my weight, film, running the playbook. Like everything I could be on top of. I want it to be like problem free. Like I don't want to have no issues with nothing. Like I want my grades to be the best. I want to have I want the coaches to look at me in a positive way, or like, yeah, that boy's a dog. Like, you feel me? I want to probably, my main goal is to get on the field freshman year. That's my main goal. But it's other factors that play in for you to get to that goal. So I'm just trying to have a problem free freshman year. Like go out there, gain some weight, learn the playbooks quick, and hopefully play. Because if you work hard, you earn it. They gonna give it to you. Like I feel like the relationships I got with the coaches. Like if I go out there and produce, I'm gonna have the opportunity to play as a freshman instantly, like no questions asked, or at least have a package in there for me. Like every now and then, go in there and make some plays. Like that's really just my goal. Like I'm trying to be a freshman that touches the field. Like, I hate being on the sideline. I hate being on the sideline.
Period. What's one of your favorite things about playing the running back position?
Just scoring touchdowns when like the team's in need of a touchdown. Like the team like desperate times, like fourth down. getting that first down, that feeling is feel great. Fourth quarter needing a touchdown, the team down by just say team down by a field goal. You get that go ahead touchdown. The team hyping you up, smacking your helmet, just feeling good, making plays. Like that's the best thing about running back is making plays when they need. Like that's hands down, like that's the best feeling.
Period. What's been one of the best games, Javarris, you've ever played in your life?
Against Sandy Creek, my sophomore year, man, I went insane. I had like 5 touchdowns, 400 all-purpose yards. Like I went crazy. I went crazy. That's really how that was the game that picked everything up. Like as a, like the weekend after that game, I was on a college visit just because of that game. I went crazy.
What going back to that game, revisiting that game, what stood out? Like, did you have a feeling going into that game? Was it something you were seeing? Was it film stuff? Like, what allowed you to
Um,
pop in the way that you did?
it was just the realization of who I was playing. Like that, like you can't miss out on the opportunity. I feel like everything fell in place because like the running back. Not saying that's a good thing, but the running back who starts in front of me was injured, so it was like the ball was in my hands. Like I was the one who like the coaches were calling on like throughout the week, preparing for that whole week. Like the coaches walking through the facility, like Warner, we're gonna need you big time this week. You feel me? Like they just let me know like it's finna get real. Like because the team Sandy Creek had. They was loaded, fresh off a championship. They was the region champions. They was 11-0. Like they was fifth. Like that was a great game. Like great team to play against. So it was just my mindset. Really, like I just realized it was a great opportunity. Like because I knew if I go out there and produce, they gonna be like, oh yeah, who's that guy? Feel me? Who is that guy? Who is that kid? You feel me? So it was just like just knowing like what was possible of happening if I did play how I did. So it was just realizing it was a great opportunity.
Where does your mindset, obviously, talking about taking advantage of that opportunity? Where does your mindset stem from? Because as you said, Javarris, some people they're not gonna be ready for the opportunity when it comes knocking. You was and you thrive. So
Yes,
where does
sir.
your mentality come from? Were you able to take advantage of opportunities?
I just feel like in situations like that, it's just that's how you become like more mature of yourself, like more of a man, like not folding under pressure. Like that's really how I live. Like don't fold under pressure, never fold under pressure because that's really a privilege. Getting that opportunity to do that, that's really a privilege. Being able to play, that's a privilege. So just thinking like the positive way, like never say if, like never think about the if, like the ifs about it. Like what if I don't? What if I get? You feel me? Don't think about the ifs. Just think positive and just go out there and produce. Like just be you. Like because if you show up, you're gonna show out. So I'm telling you, you
Period.
show up with that positive activity. If you show up with a positive attitude, you're gonna show out.
All right, so you talk. So I know you. I know faith. I know you're a faith based man. I know you have scriptures and stuff you write. And you study about what are three sayings or two sayings that you kind of just like live by, like that kind of embed your soul a little
Um,
bit.
I live by that. No weapons against me shall prosper. I feel like God is always gonna be with me. So just that's really one of my favorite scriptures. I love that because I do grow up in the church, but you know that's really the main thing that I live by. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I feel like with God with me, I'm really invincible. Like because when I got God and I'm at my best, I can't be messed with for real.
Mm.
It is no weapon against you shall prosper. And one more, I'm gonna throw it back to Bacon. What's been one of the biggest hurdles in your life? Don't have to be. You don't have to, go into great detail if you don't want to. But what's a big hurdle that you've been able to kind of overcome? Like adversity set in, that you, Javaris, looked it in the face in the eye, and you was able to overcome it and come up on the other side.
Um, I probably say when I tore my meniscus, that was a pretty hard time. I was a little depressed. I was mad. I was sad because when I tore my meniscus, it was the night of the Sandy Creek game. Like I was like on top of the world, and I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody until like 2 3 months after. So I was really trying to fight the pain off. Then I
Mm.
told my mom because she could tell like how I was walking around the house. So she could tell. But yeah, I tore my meniscus on the last play of the Sandy Creek game like that I was in. I took it to the crib. Game. It was a get ahead touchdown. Like it was a screen pass. I broke like 3 tackles, and I broke for like 60 and scored it. And then the guy like before I got to the end zone because I was debating about stepping out of bounds, so I slowed down. And the guy like he came behind me, tackled me, and like I tore my meniscus. Felt like I stepped in the hole. So, so that's probably one of the biggest things I had to overcome. I had some rehab, I had to have surgery, and I was really scared because when I tore mine, I think it was like a piece of my cartilage came off. So like they couldn't repair my cartilage. So I was really scared. I was asking my mom if I ever gonna be able to play again. I was scared, like I was super scared. I was researching it. Then like just being out, watching the guys practice, not being able to go hop into drills, not having to work out. I was really depressed because I got bored. So I had a lot of time on my hands. So I really just had to be mature, stay level headed and just pray.
So what do you after through that time? What was the biggest thing that you learned about yourself and just about the whole process?
I learned that everything happens for a reasons. It was a reason why that happened. Maybe God wanted to put some adversity on me, see how I was gonna react. That's just it's just adversity. Adversity comes with the game. You just gotta go through it and fight through it. So I feel like everything happens for a reason. That's really what I learned.
No, 100%. So I'm about to switch lanes with you again, man. I'm not gonna tell people where you work again. You know what I mean? I know that's your spot where you can get out the way. But you know what I mean? Most people don't think, you know what I mean, that a college committed running back would be, you know what I'm saying, doing what you work, you know what I'm saying?
Stand out the way, man. Stand out the
Staying
way.
out the way. So, you know what I'm saying, just talk a little bit about, you know what I mean, why you chose to work there, you know what I mean? Even if it is just
Um,
staying out the way.
I don't gotta do that. That's just something I choose to do. But I chose that because I feel like Will is he's a great person to be around. He be teaching me things about money management. He be sending me stuff. So, I feel like having him in my circle, like just, building that bond. Maybe I might need Will one day. You never know, So it's really just, staying out the way, obviously, because I got a lot of time on my hand on the weekends, and plus it's summertime now. So what's better than to just go work for my own dollars? You feel me?
Right.
So
Yeah, out the way, out of trouble.
yeah, staying out the way. That's really, just staying out the way.
100%. But what do you think your legacy will be, you know what I mean, when you graduate from Troup?
I want to be known, that guy who just came up and showed out. Because I'm not originally from LaGrange. Like I wasn't supposed to go to Troup. I was supposed to be at Newnan High School. I moved, bought a house down here. So I just want to be known as. I feel like I've had a legacy of the guy who just came up and showed out. Because I always show out, like every time. I feel like they can depend on me. I want to be known as that guy that's dependable.
I said dependable superstar.
Yes, sir.
I like that, but I think last couple questions for me, man. Let's see. I know Mr. Eagle talk about you were saying you had great. I'm not doing that's the wrong one. You was a dog on the hardwood, man. So you know what I mean. You think if you weren't playing football, you'd be like a I don't want to say Jalen Brunson, not just off thing, but you think you would have been a good basketball player, good guard?
Um, Probably would have been nice, but nah, they probably would never. Nah, I probably would have took a different route. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have been nice though, but I ain't the best on the hardwood. That was when we was young. When we was young, I was nice. I was probably the best of the group. I was real nice because I actually put in work for it. But since I've been playing football, I ain't got the legs for that.
Yeah. You've been
Ain't got,
squatting
yeah,
5 minutes too much.
yeah. I ain't got the legs. I still can go out there and hoop and get somebody some buckets. But as of Jalen Brunson going to the league, nah.
Hundred percent.
I just leave that basketball to Britt and JB.
Facts. So what does it mean? You know what I mean? The group, everybody's successful, man. Everybody got some motion that's good. They're going to college or you know what I'm saying, on that trajectory. What does it mean to see everybody, you know what I mean, progressing and living out their dream?
You know, it's not even about the everybody progressing. It's just about everybody doing it in high school, like the next level. Everybody
Yeah.
trying to work hard to get to the next one. So I mean, just everybody on the right track. It feels good having boys I can just go around. Because you are who you hang around. So hanging around those guys who got the same mindset as me, trying to do something with these sports. It just feels great because we all grew up doing it together as young. I'm talking about 6 years old, outside, playing football with each other, small as can be, still got heart, because we all grew up together playing with Coach Tom, Coach Nick. So, you
Yeah.
know, just seeing all them guys, get better, get bigger, get stronger, getting attention from college, it feel good. Because that's all we used to talk about. Playing D1, that's all we used to talk about. So just seeing it happen, it's just a great feeling.
Man, I've been asking about Coach Ty, man. I haven't asked anybody about Coach Nick. So since I just remember, so just talk about the influence of Coach Nick. You know, Coach Nick is in real estate. I mean, he's got to be dropping a lot of gems and jewels on you, man. So just what has Coach Nick meant to y'all development? You know what I mean? In Noonan Outlaws and after.
Everybody grew up being scared of Coach Ty because Coach Ty was strong. Like, he was walking around buff. He the type of guy who wore the cut up shirts. He used to cut his shirts, show his muscles. He had a pretty wife growing up. I ain't gonna lie, with the team used to love his wife. Team used to love his wife. But all jokes aside though, Coach Nick, he a great coach. He actually cared for the guys. Like, that's one of the coaches I feel like if it was thunderstorming, we had no umbrella, he probably take off his shirt, give it to us, cover us. I feel like Coach Ty, one of those, he's ready to sacrifice whatever for his guys. Like, Coach Ty's that's a great coach. Great mentor, great guy to talk to. He was always a leader. Um, you know, always been there for us. Like, no matter what it is, he's always there. All the
100%.
coaches. We got Coach Rock, Coach Karen, Coach Ty, Coach Nick, everybody.
100%. Last thing for me, I promise I'm gonna throw it back to Najeh. What for any young man that's growing up in similar circumstances as you just was 10 years ago, what would you say to that young man to? You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, stay focused, and you can accomplish your goals and your dreams.
I would just say I would just tell him it get better. It gets better later. Like the worst thing you're going through right now. I mean, you're gonna go through worse things, but once you overcome that, it's gonna be like it's gonna be amazing. So, like, just always continue to work. Never stop grinding. As long as you show up, you're gonna show out. I would just tell him that. Just stay level headed and never give up. Because once you give up, it's gonna be even worse on you. Like, pain gonna get worse. Because once you give up, you got people gonna be in your ear calling you this, that. So just don't give up. Just grind. Because, you feel me? As long as you grind and at least you try, they're gonna remember for you. They're gonna remember you for at least trying. Like, he a guy who's gonna work hard. He not gonna give up. Whether he lose or win, he gonna keep working. So, like, never just give up.
Great answer, brother.
My last one, man. I talk about obviously kind of just the model you live by, and the kind of advice you would give others. But with your story, let's say one day you're a keynote speaker, and you have one message to deliver to people, just based off your story, Javarris, and everything you've been through, and the success that you've had. Let's say you go to Duke, you all ACC running back, you graduate 4-year degree, did everything you need to do, go off the league. Let's say you're very accomplished. What is one message you would deliver to maybe the next generation?
I'll just say, pain is temporary, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I've been through a lot. Lost my uncle. That was my road out. That was really my father figure since my pops was incarcerated. Pops was always incarcerated. Mom, not struggled a little bit. I mean, we had what we needed. Probably didn't have what I wanted. Probably grew up wanting the PlayStation, the new J's. Probably couldn't get it. But I'll just say, yeah, that. Feel me? Because everything gets better at the end. Like, it always gets better at the end. So just continue to work.
Any simple. Appreciate you sharing, brother.
Yes, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the great, you know what I mean, the dependable, the star, you know what I mean, Jay Warner, man. You can find him in jersey number 4 and the blue and gold Wolverine type of hat.
Yes, sir.
So it's a pleasure to have you on. It's been a pleasure to cover you since the Outlaw days. It's gonna be a pleasure to cover you again this year. And I will see you soon.
Most definitely. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it, man. I'm gonna extend the mic to our brother Najeh, man. He probably got some more cooked up for us.
Yeah, man. So 3 interviews for y'all, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I know I was hot on Bacon's channel, man. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and y'all subscribe to his channel, man. Doing some great stuff.
Subscribe to Najeh. We got a lot of things going on. You want to know about the recruiting game, basketball takes? It's all on Najeh Wilkins YouTube, man.
For sure. And actually, I'm gonna go do a live after this one's over about Brendan Thornby in the supplemental draft he's been enter. So y'all can stay tuned for that little 15-minute reaction, man. But Bacon, I ain't gonna chop you too much today. I know you got stuff to do too, brother. Let me see. I think I may have one central topic I want to talk to you about, and then I think we can roll. We can roll.
All right.
But make sure I had it.
What is this? Pete Thamel. Sources: Texas Tech quarterback Brandon Shores be planted into the. Okay, you just said that. Okay. Awesome, man, ladies and gentlemen. If you tuned in and Noonan, man, this is first day of pads on for the Noonan Outlaws at the field at Evans. You know what I mean? So if you just left to tune in to us, we appreciate you. And if you're still out if you know some people still out there, take some water, go take some towels, and go take them an air pump for the football if that's necessary. But yeah.
There it is. There it is. I don't really see nothing crazy, man.
Nothing crazy.
Nah, I didn't really have nothing too crazy.
So I know what's his name for the Falcons? He just reported to. He's going to report to minicamp soon. James Pierce. So for the local Falcons, man, that's some news.
That is some news. Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Nah, you know what?
Wait.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm not sure how many games the Roger Goodell and the NFL will suspend him for. It's been real quiet. I will say that. So it's probably gonna be less than 4. I was thinking they're gonna do 10. But I don't know. We'll see. The NFL has been pretty stiff when it comes to things like that. We can't forget the videos we saw, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak too much on it other than just want to see what they're gonna do.
It's waiting on the NFL. I had to get your thoughts on this though, real quick, before we wrap up. Just your thoughts on top 10 college football wide receiver per Ari Wasserman. I gave it a C+. Some people said it was a good list, but before we end off, I want to get your thoughts.
It's a diverse list, so that's good. I guess that's pretty good. Deuce Robinson, Ryan Coleman, Nick Marsh, Decorian Moore. Cool. I mean, it's top heavy for sure. Probably could have been a little more diverse. Not a bad list. Yeah, you said you gave it a C+?
Yeah.
Who else should be on this list?
Where's Ryan Wingo?
Ryan Wingo.
834 yards receiving last year. Where's he? Where's Braylon Staley?
Yeah.
67 yards, 8 touchdowns. Where the hell is he? Where's Mario Craver?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro.
Who are you taking off this list? That's the question.
Decorian Moore. He has potential to be a top 10 wide receiver. Is he in the game right now? Hell no. No. He's not top 10. I'm taking him off this list.
Okay.
I'm putting Deuce Robinson at number 4. KJ Duff is good. I give him number 5. He had a pretty good productive year at Rutgers, so he deserves to be on the list. Holly Becker, I feel like, is getting too much love. Like, he's good, but he's not top 5 good. Take him down, right? So he probably be one I take off. I take off Nick Marsh as well. Cooper Barkay had a good year for Duke last year. Take off Nick Marsh had 662 receiving yards. He had like 4 or 5 touchdowns with Michigan State. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Jimmy Ring. He didn't win a ring with them. He just transferred.
He's a transfer.
He transferred. The only one that won a ring was Becca.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I'm thinking about. That back shoulder phenom.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I'm taking him off this list. And yeah, like I said, I'm putting Braylon Staley from Tennessee on this list. Put Mario Craver and Ryan Wingo. I keep Barkay though.
I figured you say that.
Yeah, the rest they got to go.
Now the question is, I mean, what's your thoughts on the top 3? Cam Coleman, Malachi Stoney, Jeremiah Smith.
I think he cooked. If I'm honest, I mean, like you know, between 1 and 2, it just don't depend on your preference. Like I said in my video, you got 2 Lamborghinis. You know, you got a fast
2
room. Yeah, those 2 Lamborghinis. Jeremiah Smith and Malachi Stoney, 2 Lamborghinis.
What's Cam Coleman? He ain't no muscle car.
Ferrari.
Okay.
But he's a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? Got to see it though. You know, but I know he's good. He finally played with the number 1 quarterback, so he should be fine. I like Cam Coleman. I just want to see it in with a better team.
Yeah.
But I think he cooked. Exactly. I think he cooked with the top 3 though, for sure.
So you think Cam Coleman can potentially unseat Malachi Stoney for the 2 spot if things go as planned?
Maybe. You know, it's Texas.
I think so.
Maybe. But Malachi Tony does a little bit of everything. So he's more boundary receiver, Cam Coleman. Malachi can play everywhere.
Yeah. Good point.
You know, so we'll see though. But he got the shot. Shit, he got a shot to be ahead of Jeremiah Smith too. He had a good season. It wasn't his freshman year.
Well, you know, he's seen more troubles and triple teams now, more bracket coverage. That's tough, man.
We'll see.
He had some drops. Young quarterback, Julian Sain wasn't ready for prime time.
Mm-hmm.
But what about Deuce? What about Deuce Robinson?
He top 5 for me. That's the best receiver. I would put him number 4. He the best receiver in the ACC. Not even close. They went with Tommy Castellanos, who is not really a
best receiver in the ACC.
Name me one better.
He just said Malachi Tony buttoned up for top 3.
Oh, outside of Malachi Tony, you know what I mean, bro.
Okay.
Outside of Malachi Tony, like who else are you taking? Deuce Robinson.
Yeah, for sure.
Forgot about Malachi. That's me. That's on me. Outside of him, who else? I'll wait.
Well said, brother. We'll leave it there.
I'll wait. I got time.
Nobody at Chapel Hill. Nobody at Pitt. What about anybody in Louisville?
No, Chris Bell left. Chris Bell is gone. He went to the NFL. That was the best receiver last year.
That's it then.
Can't say Georgia Tech.
Can't say Georgia Tech.
No. Still got to figure that part out. North Carolina, no. Virginia Tech, we'll see about Queenshawn Brown. We don't know yet. Maybe. Who else? Boston College lost all their receivers. Turbo, Richard, Reed Harris, gone. Pittsburgh, no.
That's it. Syracuse.
That's it. The boy got hurt. The 5-star, what's his name? Gill got hurt. Jonte Cook didn't transfer too. He's not there no more. So,
man, I hate that for Coach Brown. I really hope they keep Coach Brown there. He's a great coach, man.
They gotta win. They better start winning.
Yeah, gotta win, man. But I don't know. I agree, brother. You gotta win, but I just think he needs a couple more resources. If he had went to another school, like maybe a Virginia B, maybe a BT, they got a bigger budget over there, man.
They do.
But I mean, Syracuse, man. The Knicks done won. We might see resetting in culture, man. I'm telling. Wait and see, man. This is about to be a big shift in culture, period. But nah, man. That's all I got, man.
Okay.
Miami for the win in the ACC. Bron Gatlin, dark horse. Georgia Tech. I'm supposed to be the young man. Been hounding him since Milton. I thought he was going to get some burn at South Carolina, but boy, was I wrong. And, I thought he was going to get some burn last year. But we'll see.
This year, I mean, he got to. It's a must.
It's a must. I mean, they featured him a lot in the spring game in last season. So
they did.
Didn't see a peep of him. Didn't see nothing. Didn't see a blade of grass come from his cleat.
No. When they won the field last year. So we'll see, man. They need it though. They know all the receiver help they can get.
Yeah, facts, man. But ladies and gentlemen, Najeh didn't have anything else. You gotta make this your spot on Mondays and upcoming Thursday. We got some big things cooking up. You know what I mean? If you want to get in tune and hear the backstories of some of your favorite high school, potentially some of your favorite collegiate, and potentially now some of your favorite NFL stars before they get there. You get the raw and uncut version, then we'll tell their story. And right here on the Just Sizzling News with Najeh and Bacon, man. So, you know what I mean? Sit back, relax, get your favorite cigar, get your favorite glass of wine or cognac or water or Gatorade for those who are, you know what I'm saying, not getting toe up on a Monday night. But nonetheless, maybe it should stop. Maybe it should stop you and enjoy yourself and hear the stories and hear sports updates too, because, you know what I mean? Eventually, we're going to get back to the particulars of the breaking news and things like that.
There it is, man. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, hype it up. And we'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be live in the next 5 minutes. Till then, peace and love.
Peace and love.